Hello everyone, Vivek here with another episode of the Narrative Ops Playbook. So today I'm going to bring a framework or a concept called the proof architecture system, right? So if you look at most startups, right, they have almost every startup has social proof, customer logos, testimonials, case studies, a review score from G2, etc. somewhere. But having proof isn't the same as deploying proof strategically, right? That's why the proof architecture system is about placing evidence precisely where a buyer needs it to overcome a specific doubt. It's a very important topic. So if you are a SaaS founder, please take a notepad and start noting things, right? So most companies have proof, but it is placed in a wrong place that doesn't serve the purpose. So we are going to look at 3 proof types, how to map proofs to doubt, and how to build the architecture. So you need to place your evidence precisely where a buyer needs. And buyer will have a specific doubt at each stage. So you will, after this video, you will understand what kind of proof to place to address those doubts, right? So the problem here is scattered proof, right? So it's always, if you look at startups, they have random proof placement, logos on the home page, sometimes logos in the footer, case studies at the wrong place, testimonials, at the wrong place, etc. And testimonials might be on a page where nobody visits sometimes, and reviews in the footer, nobody scrolls down most of the time, right? So the right proof is almost never in front of the visitor, right? And there are moments that matter when it comes to a SaaS purchase where the proof will play a crucial role. But in most of the cases, 90% of the cases, the problem is scattered proof. It is placed at a location on your website where it doesn't serve its purpose, right? So there are 3 proof types if you really look at it. And each type serves a different psychological function in the buyer's mind, right? So number 1 is authority proof. So the main question authority proof answers is this legit? How many times have you visited a SaaS product website and you have scrolled through the entire homepage and still you feel that there's something shady about it, right? It happens. So authority proof can include customer logos, press mentions, industry awards, analyst recognition, etc., right? Gartner and all those things. So it's top of the funnel, and it should be at a homepage hero or navigation bar, right? So it's a top of the funnel. You need to answer this question early. Is this legit, right? You need to win their trust as early as possible. Number 2 is outcome proof. So once a visitor is convinced that, okay, this tool is legit, the second question that comes to mind, will this address my challenge? Does it actually work? So there are types of proof like specific metrics, right? For example, time saved or cost saved or things like that. Specific metrics to be placed at the right place before and after case studies, right? For example, a company was struggling with this, they used our tool and this is the result they got. ROI data. So like something like ROI calculators and things like that, time to value stats. These are the outcome proof which you can place. So it's a mid-funnel thing, right? Where people are convinced it is legit, but now they're checking whether it is the right tool for you. So it's a mid-funnel. So it should be, these proofs should be on either on the features page or the pricing page, because that person is really considering your tool. Number 3, third type of proof is social proof, right? So the visitor is convinced that your tool is legit. They are sure that it works, and now they're thinking, will it work for me, right? So you need to have proofs like peer testimonials, right? For example, if a CIO is on your homepage and he is thinking whether other CIOs have used this, make sure your testimonial covers one of the CIOs of top companies in the market. A specific quotes, right? The CIO saying specific things that talks to the similar peers, right? So that industry specific quotes, use case stories. These are case studies you need to develop and you need to place it at the right place. Review excerpts, right? When people are talking about your product. So this is basically decision point, and it should be on the pricing or demo request form, right? Pricing or demo request form, decision point, right? So that's the three types of proofs. Each serves a different psychological function in the buyer's mind. So number one is authority proof, number two is outcome proof, number three is social proof. Moving on. So how do you map proof, right? Every page creates a specific doubt. So you match your proof to address those. So let's look at homepage. The doubt is this legitimate? Is it for me? So you can use two types of proofs there, authority proof and outcome proof. Example, customer logos in hero, or one or two outcome stats above the fold. Before the first scroll itself, one or two outcome stats. Pricing page, very important page, right? That's where people, is this worth the cost? Kind of a doubt will come. So you need to use outcome proof and social proof, like for example, ROI, testimonial near pricing, specific numbers. These can be used on pricing page. Demo request page. This is a page that needs to convert maximum on your website. The doubt will be, is this call worth my time? Right? You need to use maximum social proof over there. Short quote about the demo, providing value in the first 20 minutes, etc., etc. So proof is only powerful when it's present at the exact moment the buyer needs it. Your buyer might be going through various emotions when they are visiting your website. They might be having hundreds of questions about your product. Your proof system needs to address that, right? So this is how you map proof to doubt, right? Moving on. Proof architecture system. What is that, right? There are three zones you need to focus on, and each proof type will do a specific job, and this whole system will have a compounding effect on your conversion. So number one, zone one is top of the funnel, where you focus totally on authority proof, right? The doubt I mentioned a couple of times, is this legit? That is a question there. So you will use proofs like logos, awards, press mentions, analyst mentions, etc., etc. So top of the funnel, authority proof. Zone two is mid funnel, where people are like, does it work? Right? So that's where you use outcome proof, right? Metrics, case studies, or ROI data, etc., etc. Right? Totally focus on the results that person is going to get from your tool, right? Zone 3 is decision point. This is where they are going to take the card and buy your product or write a check for you. Doubt is it for me? Does it work for me? I know it works, but does it work for me? So proof is peer codes, ICP specific stories. As I mentioned, the CIO story, right? So when each piece does its specific job, the whole proof architecture system works and it compounds. That's why it's very critical to get this right. So proof architecture system, you need to build so solid so that your conversions skyrocket, your demos are getting booked, and you're convincing people right before they attending the demo, right? So that's the proof architecture system. Now, what do you need to do now? Every narrative ops playbook will have an exercise for you, the audit. You list every page in the funnel. Homepage, pricing, demo request, features, case study page, whatever page is part of the funnel, you list them down. Write the primary doubt on each page. You need to think from your ICP standpoint. What is the buyer asking themselves when they land on this page? All right? Check. Is the right proof type present? Right? To address those questions, right? Authority for top funnel, outcome for mid, social for the decision point, etc. Most companies with whom we work, they will find gaps. Those gaps are your conversion leaks. Fix them without touching a single word of copy, right? Make sure your proof is at the right place to answer the question at the right time. That's what this audit will help you with, right? So that's how you build a proof architecture system. The right proof in the wrong place converts no one. Always remember that. The right proof in the wrong place converts no one. So if you're struggling with conversions, you need to check out our deep teardown on narrative-ops.com. For $3.99 in 3 to 5 business days, we review 2 assets of yours. We will give you a before and after rewrite for 3 to 5 key sections. We will give you a guardrail, what not to do, and also a 30-minute call to walk you through the plan. So if you belong to a team who is deciding between repositioning or an outbound reset or a rewrite, speak to us or visit www.narrative-ops.com/teardown-request. Get a teardown for your SaaS homepage or pricing page or demo page, whichever page, and fix the proof architecture system well. I wish you all the best, and this is another episode of the Narrative Ops Playbook. This is Vivek here. See you soon with another video. Thank you.